In this video, I want to talk about how to quieten the chatter in the mind. This is so important and so relevant in today's world where everybody's talking about really busy heads, getting too much, and the rise of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, these brain disorders that so many people are starting to be affected by. So we're going to look into this and how to quieten the chatter in the mind in this video, and I'll get into that a little bit later on. So firstly, I'll jump into my slides. Your mind wasn't meant to be this loud. So lots of people talking about having a loud mind. The noise isn't you. It's not you. Your thoughts and all this stuff going in your mind is not you. It's overload. And one of the deepest aspects to spirituality is when you start to get into that observer consciousness, you start to realize that your thoughts are not you. And it's quite shocking for some people, but it can be done. My teacher used to say to me, "You can do this, Peter." And I'm going, no way, you're never going to quieten this head. And surely enough, after a few years, I did, working on Qi Gong and mind, body, spirit practices like sound healing and things like that. Find it all incredible stuff now. I'm really hooked into it, and it's really improving the quality of my life. So an overfired amygdala turns life into constant threat scanning. So you're constantly in this fight-flight mode, slightly stressed all the time, body not really having the time to heal itself, and it's not working properly, so it's starting to wear out. You've got an overload of telomeres, the hormone. Well, you've got a lack of telomeres, the hormone that helps to slow the telomeres from shrinking, which is making you age quicker. So that's why Qi Gong's called a longevity practice, because it slows down the aging process. I know it's happened to me. So to quiet the chatter, you want to get your clarity back, right? Because it's all noise in your head, and it's really difficult to be very clear and focused when you have this constant chatter in the head. So internal chatter is really a modern product. If you look at some of the ancient indigenous tribes and you see them moving around, I'm not saying we should be like that, going back into living in mud huts. That would be ridiculous. But you look at them and they're all really calm, composed. Everything's sort of done at a slow to moderate pace, but things get done and they're surviving thousands of years. So there's nothing wrong with that. But what we have in our world today is we've got notifications. Bing, bing, bing. The phone's going off every 2 seconds. You've got the news cycles that just never, ever end. I remember in my day when I was younger, we had the 6 o'clock news. That was it. That's when you got your news. Now it's constant. You're going all around the world with your mind. So your mind's being hijacked for attention, and your comparison. You're comparing all the different newses around the world, and you're going everywhere. Our mind is designed to know, our mind and our brain, our body, is designed to know about 150 people in your local vicinity very, very well. And our energy goes out about 150 feet. So we're very sensitive to energy around us, not so much to the bigger picture. So we're being pulled out of our comfort zone all the time with this. So we really rarely get real downtime now in our world today. So a busy mind doesn't equal a normal mind. Normal is a funny word. A healthy mind. You want a healthy mind. You want it to be calm and clear and constant. So meet the amygdala. Everybody know what the amygdala is? It is the alarm system of the body. It scans for danger in milliseconds, straight away. If you think there's a threat, which is why a lot of people jump when there's a bang or a threat near them, they'll jump out of their skin, some of them say. That's your amygdala working very quickly. When it's overworked, it flags everything as a threat. So you must have realized that. When you're tired, you're upset, it's all going wrong for you, you feel like, oh, this is a threat. Even when someone says something quite nice to you, you go, what do they mean by that? It's a threat. It's this horrible tiredness of the mind because it's overworked your amygdala. You need to calm that down, and we'll get into that later on in the video. And this fuels worry, replays, and always saying, well, what if I said that, or what if I said this? You're always thinking that, right? And you're running replays in your head of situations that have happened, and this all fuels worry. Worry is worrying about fear. It's nothing. It's something that's not going to happen, or it may not happen. You don't know yet, so there's no point in worrying about it. You should flow into these situations where you can flow around them to heal them. Water energy. So the amygdala overload feels like overthinking and a tight body. So your shoulders will naturally go up when you're doing this, because all the energy is rising up to the head. So you're becoming an upside down pyramid. Your ideal energy is like a flat base and like a sharp top, like a pyramid. So the waveforms in your body work like long, slow waveforms at the base, higher waveforms at the top. Now we're getting those long, slow waveforms at the top, which is we're upside down. Our energy system is upside down. Overthinking too much goes into the head. So you become irritable and you have a low patience. You can't wait for things. You can't sit there for 2 minutes in a room on your own and do nothing. You can't do that anymore, right? So you're getting irritable and your patience is becoming lacking. When you do and learn how to sit in a room I do it now for like 20 minutes, half an hour every morning, your imagination and your contemplation can really flow beautifully. But we're losing that. And this is a really important part of your intuition and how you sense the world around you. You're tired and wired at night. You can't get to sleep because it's still buzzing all the time. Terrible state to be in. So we've got chatter, goes to stress, goes to sleep disruption. So what does this do? Rumination keeps stress chemistry running. Really important to understand that your cortisol is not good for your body. It's good for certain times, right, when you're stressed, but not good as a constant source of hormones going into your body. So poor sleep reduces recovery and emotional control. When you're tired, as I said earlier, you cannot be in control of what you're doing. It's difficult. It becomes more difficult. And daytime focus and memory start to suffer. Your quality of life goes down drastically when you're in this state. So sleep is when the brain cleans the house. Literally, all the little cells close up and you have a flushing of the brain every evening. If you're not sleeping properly, you're not getting that flush. So deep sleep supports brain cleanup processes. Sleep loss can increase amyloid in key regions. This is a sticky toxin that gets stuck in the brain, and they're looking like it. They're starting to equate that. No real 100% proof, but it's looking like that is causing Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. So protecting sleep is literally brain protection. This is really not the center of the body, but it's the control system of the body. It actually understands everything. This is your center of your body, your heart. You're a heart-based being. So research signals chatter and Alzheimer's biomarkers. Repetitive negative thinking links with faster cognitive decline. This is where the research is going. Keep thinking negatively, you start to decline quicker. Think about something negative now. Your energy drops, right? You think about something you're grateful for, you're looking forward to. Your energy rises, right? You have markers for your energy called lux. So higher consciousness, lower consciousness. You want to be focusing on the higher consciousness elements of your energy, positivity, but not polyamor positivity, that kind of thing. It's associated with higher amyloid and tau. Again, amyloid and tau, these are sticky proteins that get stuck in the brain. So it's not proof of cause yet, but these are powerful warning signs. Get that chatter out of the head for long-term health and longevity. So what makes the mind so loud? Everybody's mind it seems like is really loud at the moment. So constant task switching and media multitasking. You're busy on the go all the time. You've got all these things going through your head. Sometimes that's a good thing, especially for Virgos and people like me, who's a Virgo. You like lots of things, lots of plates spinning at the same time. But it's important to put the plates down, which is why I really took up Qi Gong and was so taken by it that I teach it now. So sometimes it's good to do that, but you've got to be able to put it away, put it down, get away from it. Always available work and blurred boundaries. You're allowing things to come into you that shouldn't be coming into you. You've always got work to do. There's always things to be done. So unprocessed stress gets stored in the body. I know that from my practice of when I realised that lots of anger stored in my liver. Lots of weird, funny emotions stored behind my knees as I was stretching my knees out and becoming more flexible. These weird things, emotions used to come up into my body that I was thinking, wow, where did that come from? Where did that memory come from? I was storing it in the body and I hadn't been dealing with it, so I'd been reacting to life with that stored memory in the body. Really incredible how we don't know our bodies very well, which is why with a Qi Gong practice we say focus your mind on your body and your breath. Keep saying that over and over again, mind, body, breath. And it eventually sinks into the members of the academy that are practicing Qi Gong with me. So quiet the alarm, your body first tools. So slow breathing with a longer exhale. So breathe in for 4, breathe out for 6. I love the way of thinking about this as you are an energy vortex, right? You're an energy field. That's a scientific fact now. So to tune in to your energy field, deep breathing is the rhythm that does that. So you're tuning more into your energy field as you breathe deeply. So a long, slow, deep breathing session is essential every day, without fail. So gentle movement to release tension fast. So in my Qi Gong classes, we do lots of slow, steady movements that are really using energy rather than the physical power of the body. And that really helps you to flow with the body, and it releases all the tension. I can feel like the neck's really open and my shoulders are really nice and open as I practiced Qi Gong this morning. I practice it every morning. So nature and rhythm to downshift the nervous system. So get into nature. Green is really good for the heart. Good for your appeasing the negativity that gets stored in the heart. Green energy, green heart. And rhythms. Get into rhythms like drumming, shamanic drumming or anything like that. Really get yourself into that and just let yourself shake. Let the whole body shake to the rhythm. It's a beautiful thing, and it really shakes out all the negative energy out of your body. So quiet the story, mind skills that work. Name the loop. This is rumination. When you have a loop in your head, it goes round and round and round. It's rumination. So you want to end that. Does it matter if I said this or said that anyway? And does that actual situation improve or make me move forward with my life? Was it a mistake? Let it go. Let it go. Anchor attention, breath, feet, sound, one task. Get into one thing. That's why I love the Qi Gong. It says focus your mind on your body and your breath. That's it. You're doing one thing. Really simple. I didn't get it straight away, but when I did start to get it, I could realize, I noticed the stress and anxiety melting off of me. It's incredible. So tiny daily practices beats big intentions. You want the movie star, the big Hollywood end finale to your problems, right? No, little steps, one after the other, will get you to your goal and destination. So how do we get the mind quiet? So Qi Gong at the Bright Beings Academy is one way of doing that. This is how I did it. My teacher kept saying to me, Peter, come on, you've got to keep working on your mind and body and breath, and you've got to start to realize that you can clear the chatter out of your head. And I was going, no way. And then one day I kept doing it, the intention, pulling the thoughts out of the head into the heart. One day it kind of went, and the head became silent. It was one of the most amazing things to experience. Your head is like, wow. There's no internal chatter. There's nothing there. Because it kept teaching that little silent part between the thoughts. Try to expand that. Keep pulling the thoughts into your heart. And then you get a murmur. It's like a murmur from your heart rather than this raging thoughts in your mind. So much more healthy. And I did that through Qi Gong. That's why I keep encouraging the people, the members of the Bright Beings Academy, to bring the thoughts out of the head into the heart. Bring the fire energy, the emotional energy of the heart into the lower danjon. You want a warm belly, you want a cool head, water up, fire down. So you can practice Qi Gong live with me at the Bright Beings Academy. Live classes every Sunday morning at 11 o'clock UK time and every Thursday evening 7 p.m. UK time. They're very, very reasonably priced. So it's a small investment for a big change in you. So that's a good deal for you. I want you to start to feel this clear head. It's important for you to start to contemplate that more so that you think you can do this You can. It's possible and achievable. You just need to commit to, I would say, a couple of classes a week, and then in the academy you have all these other little flows and exercises you can get into, a little 10-minute a day practice where you start to work on your body and start clearing that mind, start easing up the pain of the amygdala and getting rid of this cortisol and all these other stuff that gets stuck in the body, all these sticky proteins in your brain, and you will live a longer and happier life. How good would that be? So all you got to do is click the link for the brightbeansacademy.com, sign up to the classes, and I'll see you in the next class. Look forward to seeing you then, or I'll see you in the next video. Till then, be well and keep shining.